At some point, you were focused. You were. You may have been a person who was relentless for discipline, always wanting to do yourself, cautious about what affected you either positively or negatively. But at some point in the middle of that drive that you had, everything started to fall, one piece at a time. The work that once felt easy just feels impossible to do now, and focus is all on your scrolling for hours, and your willpower just feels drained. You don't want to do anything new. I know how that feels, which is what I may talk about right now because the discipline that you might have lost before as well. For me, there was a time when I wasn't where I am right now. Nowadays, I'm more of a person who gets things done, enjoys his life, is always disciplined about what he needs to do, and just consistent with whatever habit needs to be built. I'll make sure the habit is built up slowly and slowly. But for the past me, that's when I was truly someone who that wanted to be in that position. That position where I can adapt to any situation and just remain to do what I need to do. I was around 13 at the time, and that was around the time when I started to actually notice that my life was more of a mess. I was distracted, I had many bad habits, and I was not in good shape. But this is when I started to really lock into this. I started doing research on how to have better time management, how to have better understanding of topics, how to study better, and just how to do better at everything. To be honest, all I wanted was just to be better and to be away from from my current position at that time. I even have a playlist I built that's called "Only Way to Be Different," and that's where I've vlogged most of the videos I've watched about becoming better in general. I can always take note on one of those videos, look back at it, and reflect on whether I should use another one. I remember by watching these videos and taking note of them, it actually got me to focus and be disciplined for like 2 weeks. I'm gonna be honest. I was starting to work out more consistently, studying way better than I thought I would, and just being more productive than I usually was. I wasn't coming home from school just to be on my phone until like 10 p.m. at night. I actually went back home and did something. That was the dangerous part though. When I was being disciplined, like really, really disciplined during this time, I more so chased more of the feeling of being disciplined more than the actual discipline I had during that time. I never really saw discipline as just being consistent. More to just feel good and to feel like I'm doing something with my life. So when I was starting to drift back into those paths that ruined me, I I did feel empty for that time. I did. I started to just get back and let every single situation be an excuse for, and that was not a good play because I've lost that discipline over just 2 days. I lost that in 2 days because I started to feel just lazy. I started to just feel tired and empty for myself. And that was because I chased more of that feeling instead of act wanting to build the actual discipline. I think you might have been a person who wanted discipline, but you might have been chasing the feeling of it instead, of feeling like you're doing something instead of actually doing it. From motivation content to watching self-help content, you'll remember in the next hour. You need to wake up and understand why you've been working for yourself for so long. To really understand why you've lost your focus, your discipline, to regain that back, you need to reevaluate yourself deeply. Not for 2 minutes, not for 10 minutes, but at least a full hour just to rethink yourself. The reason why I say this is because there could be really small things that you could be doing every single day, a habit or just something that you just do normally. It may seem harmless when you do it, but can be slowly pushing back your time and energy, which can lead you to reshaping those habits that once made you lazy and productive. For example, let's say you have the habit of waking up early, arriving on time, rewarding yourself with to scrolling before bed, and being in a flow state for deep work, right? All of these habits at the surface are good. Waking up early genuinely gives you more time for the day. Doing things on time, arriving on time makes you more confident in yourself. All these habits are okay, but one of them can be a gateway to a bad habit, and I think you know which one it is based off these four habits. Rewarding yourself with scrolling for a little bit before you go to sleep doesn't seem like much because you probably had a very good day, got all your tasks done, and all your workouts done, and now you just want to rest, right? The habit of rewarding yourself with 20 minutes of scrolling before bed can be dangerous though when you have a night where you don't feel like sleep. At that moment, you're probably going to say, I'll scroll for 5 more minutes. It may seem harmless. But then, by the time you do that, it's already 1:20 a.m. You're training your mind to think that it is normal to scroll for more than 20 minutes at that time. You can fix this by either A, replacing a bad habit with a better habit, and you can replace these habits with either reading 5 pages before bed or journaling, because this can be habits that can help you calm down. Like I feel like more of a reward that you won't get distracted by, because I don't think you'll want to read extra pages when you can't sleep. Or B, removing that habit entirely. Just one of those two options can genuinely do wonders for you long term. Just a singular habit can change how you work, whether it may be for good or for bad. And while you reflect, I don't want you to just think about what to do and then forget the next day. That's not efficient. You're just gonna waste an hour. What I want you to do instead during your time of deep reflection on yourself, get a notebook or something to write with, and just write down 3 habits you are interested in building before the end of the year. On that reflection, while you're just looking back at what you've done, how you've been doing things, look back at 3 habits that you are interested in right now. Whether it may be a habit you had before, a habit that you've lost, or a habit that you've never even tried, any of those 3 habits, just write down 3 of them, just 3, and focus on them for the rest of the year. Just focus on those 3 things every single day. Now, before you start building those habits, once you have them written down on the same page, research each habit for about 10 to 20 minutes to see what you need to do and what you need to understand so you can build it for yourself. And then once you have those 3 habits written down, and once you have like kind of a detailed explanation about what you need to do for those habits itself, just take action on those 3 habits and build them slowly. Not fast, slowly. Treat these habits as main goals you want to reach before the end of the year, and treat them as if that's your only way to be great later on. You can always review and look back at your habits and what you need to do, just in case if you may lose track, so you're never lost. Just focusing on 3 habits that you can build every single day will help you practice discipline, not to do everything else. Putting your head down and doing them daily will help you build that discipline that you want and learn to be consistent with yourself. All in all, that's all that I have to say for today. So make sure to work out when needed to. Make sure to work on the 3 habits that you have set up, and don't treat them as just building them. Learn how discipline can work with those habits so that while you do those habits, you learn how discipline works itself. You're not just doing this just because you want to. You're doing this because so you can see and regain that you once had with yourself. And of course, be consistent with it. Okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you, my friend, in the next one. Peace.